Stretch your arms wide as they go. Separate those shoulder blades. Find that Pilates breath. Breathing in through the nose, expanding out through the rib cage, sinking the rib cage down and breath out, and just gently squeezing the belly. And repeat. Okay, we are going to begin with some rotations today. So why not? Bring those legs up to tabletop. Little warm up before we go straight to rotations, just to wake spine up. We're going to do little toe taps. We're going to push from the hip, tap the floor, the heel or the toe, pull back in, and swap to the other side. So we want to slowly lever our legs away and slowly pull the legs back in. So you're going the same tempo. So then you can really begin to focus on the muscles that are working. We breathe in to tap, we breathe out, pull the knee back in. So the slower you go, the more your breath will go slower. So that's where you want to kind of focus a little bit on doing. And naturally, our heels will drop lower than our knees. Don't allow that. Unless, of course, you need to ease off. You can begin to do your heel toe taps a little bit further away if you wish, extending that leg a little bit more. I'm going to go another 3 each side, 6 more. Maybe a little bit longer on that leg as we push our leg away, folding back into that 90 degrees. And as soon as you've done your last one, pop those feet down and we warm up the other side of the body. Feet down, we begin to peel our spine up off the floor and lift into that bridge. And then we just roll out. So I want you to really think about the undulation of your spine. I want you to really wake it up. You pick up the tailbone, the rest of the vertebrae follows until you get as high as you can, rib cage up. You pause with the breath in at the top, and then we roll out the way we rolled up. So look at this as mobilizing the spine. And the more you scoop the belly in, the more you'll get that curvature through the spine, the more you'll feel each one is kind of peeling off rather than coming down as a flat piece. Just give me a couple more of these. You've done your last one. Let's do one more now. Roll it out. Imprint the spine, stay there, lift those legs back up to tabletop. Immediately we take inside rotation. Don't drop all the way to the floor. Drop 3/4 of the way. Shoulder blades looking down. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other way. So again, this is mobilization, but the benefit of it is not only mobilizing the spine, but you're starting to activate your obliques, core, pinning those shoulder blades down. And let's now wake up those hamstrings. So when you next pull your knees into center, straighten your legs up to the sky, flexing your feet, bending the toes, bend the knees back, and you continue that journey over the other side. So kind of blend it. As my legs move into the middle, they lengthen. And then as they drop over to the other side, they bend. Okay, give me 4 more. Then bring those legs back to center. Pop your feet on the ground. Bend your elbow to pull the weights in towards your shoulders, and then slide them down onto your hip bones. So what you don't want to do is restriction thighs through moving your leg, but also you don't need to use weights at all if you don't want to. It's fine, just drop your weights down, use your arms for stability. So we roll up into a bridge. So you've got that extra little heaviness of the weights. Lift as high as you can into your top of your rib cage. Just get your balance into your right leg. Pick your left knee in towards your chest. Extend it up to the sky. Bend it back and tap it to the floor and repeat. Pull the knee in, straighten it, bend it, and tap down. So if you're not using weights, you can put your arms resting and you can work without that. But the arms kind of moved, which makes you work a little bit harder. Put your weights down. Now, lots of right buttock squeeze here. Lots of thighage. And give me 4 more.
Is thighage a word?
No, it's my word now.
Oh, okay.
It's great.
You own this.
The thighage.
And buttockage.
Yeah. When you've done your last one, pop the foot down, lift those hips up, and immediately take the weight into your left leg and repeat that same thing on the right side. Left side needs to be really active now. You might find you're dropping down without knowing, so see if you just elevate a little bit more next time you drop your right toe to the ground. Hips up. 6 more. See if we can get a little bit more elevation. Come on, lift those hips up. Last 2. Last 1. And then pop the foot down, lift the hips up, and roll it out. Take the arms up above the shoulders. Take a deep breath. Imprint your spine. Just make sure those shoulder blades can untouch themselves. Just engage the core, lift the wrists, take the top. We're going to go straight into our dead bounce. Opposite arm to the legs or lengthening away. So with this one, ideally your palms are facing in. If that's uncomfortable, toward your shoulder, adjust them until it feels a little bit natural to you. You breathe out on the lengthening, you breathe in at the So your option is to do your toe taps if extending your legs too much. But think about the range, think about lengthening out the arm. So we're trying not to bend the elbow more than a micro bend. 8 more. In your last 4 reps. Last 2. 1 more, and then take those legs up to the sky, turn your palms to face the shins, lift up, and then just do some little pulses. Now, while I'm just doing this, what I want you to do is try and lift your coccyx away from the floor. So now I've lifted a little bit of my buttocks off the ground, and then you pulse up from there. And breathe. 10, 9, 8, go higher, 6, 5, 4, reach those toes, 1 more, and then carefully pop your feet down. Allow the arms to carefully drop behind you to the floor. And then just use those weights to lengthen the arm, slide your legs down and get full body stretch. Slide your heels forward. Get those elbows as straight as possible. You want to get the whole arm pressed to the floor. Now, turn a little bit. Bend your elbows to allow yourself to pull those weights around to the side. Open them back out in line with the shoulders. Turn your palm down on your right weight, so you're now just rotating the shoulder. But the left one is coming up above your chest. Engage the abs, lift both your legs to tabletop. We're all going to start exactly the same way. We're simply going to open out. Pull in center. And then extend and lift in the middle of your feet. Head down, knees drop to the right, arms to the left, up into that one arm fly, and then a little extra crunch. After you've done 4 reps, if you're feeling you like want to, then straight legs instead of bent knees the whole time. 8 of these. Breathing in as you drop over. Exhale to power your arms and legs up together.
And don't kick your laptop off the table.
Don't do that.
Mixing my feet.
Lovely. You should be able to do this with your feet off the ground. Oh, yeah. Come on. It's becoming enough now. Have the strength to do that. All the way up. Don't need to go that lower legs either. Although if you do, be careful you don't get smacked by Lenny's weight. Okay, where are we, guys? I can see feet dragging down to the buttocks. Lift them up. Don't let them go too low. Should be coming up to the last one, yes?
I don't know what I'm really supposed to be doing, to be honest. Hopefully, we're something.
Go back into those pulses. See if you can touch the end of your weight to your toes every time. Reach. Reach. 10, 9, 8, 7. Come on, touch those toes. 5, 4, 3. Last 2. Then we bend the knees. We open the arm back out. And we learn to the right. And just stretch. Right, get hold of that top thigh with your hand. And twist into the left shoulder and fold.
All right.
Where's that? Is that pull?
I'm gonna do that, yeah.
Where are you feeling? Your left shoulder?
No, that.
Low back, okay. Maybe it's the stretch you need.
Yeah.
This is off there.
As you're really ready, release that thigh. Slide your right hand underneath the weight. Draw the abs in to the left. Move back up. And pop your feet on the ground. Good. Bend the elbows to bring the weights up above your shoulders. Weights come together. Feet tucked a little bit closer in towards your butts. And we roll into that bridge. So nothing complex today. We bend the elbows behind the head as we leave our ribcage up in the air and let our buttock drop to the floor. So we're like extending the spine. Then we push all the way up as we lengthen our arm. So it's quite difficult to drop your bottom without your chest dropping down. So it's about really forcing that extension. And then using those legs to power the hips up and the buttock squeezing at the top. Inhale to lower. Exhale to cross. Now, those of you that are using weights, I'm showing you with my weights together. If they're light, do what Auntie's doing, separate them and work them individually. It's a little bit harder. Try and keep. So the important part about this is your upper arms aren't really doing much movement. They hover above the shoulders and your forearms Cool. So you're bending from the elbows, and those weights are just about missing your head. Then you try and bend your elbows a little bit more. So less shoulder movement and more arm movement. That's it. Perfect. All right, 6 more. If you wish, lift your heels and work into those calves. You keep them up the whole time. Oh, right, we're going to hold that last one up in here. Lift the hips, stay up in the hips, even higher if you can. Bend those arms halfway back and give this little pump. So you just stay pretty much at that 90 degree, and then you drop, lift, drop, lift. Keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, extend up. Drop your heels, roll out. And then drop those arms wide, controlled to the hip grab. So again, those shoulder blades, they might be tucked under. Let them spread themselves out again. Turn your left palm down. Yeah, that's right. Onto your weight. When you're ready, you bring your spine. If your legs are tabletop, take your right arm up above. And we go the other way. We drop the knees over to the left, the arm opens out to the right. And then we squeeze the belly, lift the legs up, and we go up and we reach. So after you've done 4 of these, you can do this straight legs if you choose to. Give me 3 more. Maybe you want to slow it down. Maybe you got to pause on that rotation. Now remember, on that last one, we go into those crunches, those pulse crunches. We lift up, flex those toes towards you, and let's just press up, reach it. 10, 9, 8. Extend the knees more. Come on, Tom, straighten those legs.
Yeah, that's great.
They're worse than Anthony today. Wrong angle. Last 2. 1 more, and then head down, shoulders down, bend the knees, and pop your knees to the left and arm to the right. Catch that top thigh, and release down to the floor.
I like the fact I'm a yardstick for how to do things badly.
It's only the hamstrings, really, isn't it?
And the twisting, and the shoulders,
Oh, yeah, the shoulders.
and the knees. But apart from that,
All good.
pretty much all of my fingers do what I'm supposed to do.
Yoga.
I think we're being knee shamed, yeah.
Knee shamed?
Yeah. Are we supposed to get body positivity?
Comfort the Pilates state of the abuse, I think is what it is.
Okay. When you're ready, bring yourself back to the middle. Put your feet down. Align yourself back into the mat in the right position. Hug the knees in, little roll around. Slide your hands around the back of the thighs, roll yourself up. Okay. Take weights with you, which might leave behind. Legs slightly bent, and you're going to rest the weight on your thighs. You sit yourself up tall. So we're going to take a breath in, and then you're going to curve back so your abs start to feel it. This is your starting point. Want to lift your right arm up. Want to squeeze it behind, like we do with a band. Take it all the way forward and lower it down. So front raise, reverse ease that shoulder blade, and release. Okay, alternate your arms. So we've got a heavy weight. It's much harder. Good. Now try not to let your hips wobble side to side. Keep those legs nice and strong. Sorry, we don't have one. So let's try and get a little bit more rotation from that waist. Hip bone stay facing forward. One more, 2 more each side. Then rest your weights, stay on your half roll back. Bring your weights to here, which adds load to the abs. And then give me some little pulses here. So you've just got that load. Tumbles with the collapse. Now, imagine whilst you're doing these little pulses, you're folding yourself like that. Folding yourself. So that's going to really kick off into your abs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Roll it up. And then lean into the weight and lift up floor. Are you top heavy? Was the balancing not happening? Just kept throwing you to the floor.
I just can't be, small movements.
Okay, I want you to just
Get big or go home.
take your weights as high far behind as you can go. Lift up to here. Fourth called extension team. And I want you to focus on range. I want you to focus on mobility. I want you to think about starting from the top here. Pull yourself up. Lift up your rib cage. Lift up your abs. Squeeze your butt to lift up your hips. And then do it again. You can do it next time, that's fine.
I was going to say, I find this commonly painful.
Hard.
I don't enjoy it at all. Right, I'm going to stop.
Why do you like it? What is it?
It really hurts.
Yeah,
and
sure.
it's not
It's
nice.
And when you finish yakking, you know.
Lift up more.
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, and
Ow.
release the weights out. I find it better not in weights. It's pressure. Yeah, so like when we've done it normally, that's your comfortable spot generally. Most people's comfortable things out.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah.
So,
But
The weight.
that way, or even this way, this will hurt. Or that way is not nice for some people. That way. That's comfortable. Weights, just on a weight, still better than weights. Anyway, turn over onto your tummies, please.
facing this way or that way?
You do what you want.
Oh,
Head up this way, probably.
do what you want, but do it this way. Yeah,
Try to bring your head up this way.
Just.
This is a really difficult exercise with really heavy weight. But the woman that I trained with in the gym, my friend Jen, she did this with 5 kilos quite happily the other day, which was really impressed by. And the guy next was good. So it can be done. It can be done. So you're gonna do both arms together with this one. You're gonna keep your feet on the ground. which actually can be quite challenging. You lift up, you pull back, and together you spin those forearms and lift up, you bring them back, and you drop them forwards.
Can I move your trims?
Go. You can do this with no weights. Now, I think with what tends to happen if you're top heavy, your legs don't have to come on the ground. So just bear that in mind, it's quite difficult. So we lift, we pull back, we take them all the way down, pull them above the buttocks, spin them back, and drop down. Now, this exercise, you guys, is unbelievable for every single back muscle that you have. It's really good for postural work, which is why it's not always necessary to have a weight. If you want to lose the weight, you want to work more on the range, drop the weight, work on your range. Far more beneficial. You got room? Yeah? You're right, Ellie. I haven't room to work out with space today. That boxing thing's been pushed out a bit. Yeah, it's not great. Trying to get your hands. I know you're up. I'll do it. Now let's focus. Get that chest as high as you can go. Then pull those elbows together. Then pull those arms behind the buttocks. Oh gosh. Bloody hell. I've moved it about 4 inches for you. Yeah. Sorry, Tom. Right, don't know what Anthony's doing, but go on, Anthony. Pull back into the shoulder blades. All the way around. What are you? What did you just do that?
What?
That's impressive, whatever that was.
I don't know what you said.
Right, whatever we're going to do, we're going to do 3 more, okay? So you pull back, open the forearm out wide, squeeze back. Come on, pull back, squeeze. Come on, do that. Come on. Do a couple more. Yes. And then when you've done that last one, just drop them down, relax your whole body. And if you wish, just allow your full shoulder blades apart. You're rotating them heavy in the ground. So when you're ready in your own time, slide your hands on your shoulders. Pick yourself up, go into that back stretch, do the absolute polar opposite of what you're doing. The spine going total opposite direction, the shoulder blades are parted. The more you walk your hands underneath you, the more you can get into that curved spine. So we're going to let those upper body muscles have a little breather, and we're going to take some work into the hip and the buttocks. So grab one weight. You've got a few weights to choose from here, so you're only using one weight. Sliding behind the right leg. If you want to make it heavy, you might be able to put 2 weights behind one leg. Now again, like we were talking about last week, we worked those bands. Range more important than the resistance of the band. So we do what we usually do on this one. We drop our left elbow, we take our right hand out, we hover our right leg. The leg comes up behind. It opens up to the side. It circles as far as it can back to where it started. So we're doing the same direction, up behind, big opening out, knee is leading the way. Yeah, and feel free to not use a weight if you don't use a weight. I'm very much into range of motion at the moment over trying to lift a weight that's just not going to allow big, your legs don't allow you to do. Okay, give me one more circle. Don't drop the knee down, just go straight the other direction. Out to the side, up, behind, and down in the middle. Now your left butt should be starting to feel this. Butt cheek. Use that core, use the side of your obliques to help push that leg up. And around. 5 more. Make your circle even bigger. Okay, so we're all going to have this natural tendency to look down and see what our leg is doing. Just take your eye gaze forward slightly. Now, when you've done that last one, drop the knee down for a moment. Lower both elbows forward on your mat, so you're in a half plank. So if you have a look at my body position, I've just dropped my hips forward and down, but my core, you're doing like a half plank. Stay here, engage those abs, eye gaze forward, and then just lift that right leg into a little pulse. Some of you may want to challenge it and go fully on that left leg and pulse here in full plank. If you prefer to be back here, that's also fine. Just work on that buttock. Come on, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2. Everyone, drop your knees down. Slide your elbows back in. Release. Take the knees wide. Big toe together. And keeping your arms in this position to pull your bottom into your heels. Stretch down your lap. Now, before we move on to the other side, we're just going to flip over onto the left side. You're going to be on your knees and your elbows beneath your shoulder. You're going to lift up into a half plank with your hand resting on the weight. And when you're ready, we're going to take that arm up to the sky. Squeeze it up and then bring it all the way back down to where it was. And again. And you can go to full side plank if you want on those feet. To you, we're doing 10 reps. So 8. So whilst you're doing this exercise, think about that big squeeze of the shoulder blade. Think about squeezing your left butt cheek to lift your hips up a little bit more. Think about the left side of your waist. Should be 5 more. Shoulder always has an issue, doesn't it?
It does.
Last 3. Last 2. One more big lift all the way up to the sky. And release it down. Yeah, just lie all the way down onto your arm. Take your top knee, hug it in towards your armpit. So just allow yourself to roll a little bit more into your left buttock. Take a hold of the inside of your right foot with your right hand and straighten the legs to the sky. Open the leg out a little bit more to the right, but push your right hip to the left. Just keep trying to straighten the knee. You can hold the calf if you wish. Now, and to bend your right foot back to the floor, so your left leg underneath the leg is in front of you. take that weight that's at hand reach onto the inner thigh of your left leg. Then straighten the left leg so it's out in front of you slightly. And when you're ready, we lift that leg up and go. So allow that weight just to sink onto the inner thigh. If you don't like it, don't do it. Lose the weight and just do the leg movement. If you're resting that weight on the inner thigh, it's not going to take long for you to feel it. And when you drop your left leg down to the floor, literally skim the floor and go straight back up again, rather than using it as a resting point. Give me 10, 9, 8. Make sure your toes are trying to turn down towards the floor, so it's right in the inner thigh. Your adductors are going to the sky. 5, 4, 3. Take your leg a little bit further out, away from the mat. Hold up. Give me some little pulses into that inner thigh. Keep high. Come on, push the inner thigh up towards the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and release it down. Good. Just take a little moment, sit in this wonderful side fetal position. If we challenged ourselves, like, and gave ourselves 10 minutes at the end, we could all sleep.
Yes.
You reckon?
Yes.
I don't do yoga. I fall asleep. I fall asleep.
These are the kind of fitness challenges I like the sound of.
Let's try it.
Yeah, I mean, well, never mind a 4-minute back. I'll do a 10-minute sleep.
I know, and if you do fall asleep at the end of yoga, it either makes you feel amazing or utterly terrible, depending on what kind of flow. I know, I've snored before. Right, guys, we're going to come back onto our hands and knees. I'm going to slide that weight behind our left knee. I think a lot of people do it though.
Yeah.
Especially when they're playing nice, kind of calming,
Yeah.
meditative music. When I had my week off, I did loads of yoga. It was amazing. I've forgotten how good it is until you do it. Okay, drop to your right elbow, so your left hand out to the side. Hover that left knee, and let's begin. Up behind to begin with. We open the knee out to the top, and we circle it out all the way up.
That's cool.
Yeah. Need to squeeze it, Anthony.
Squeeze
You've got
it.
the hamstring.
Take
Is it another one of those things where your calf doesn't match your hamstring or meet it?
No, it was several leg hairs took with it to actually move the top of it rather than move anymore.
So let's work on that range again. A big elevation, a big squeeze out to the side. Abs fired up. There's a lot of strangers in the gym today.
Prefer to think of the friends we haven't met. Prefer to think of the friends we haven't met yet.
No, I think they might. I think they're in for a reason. They've got little badges.
Lovely.
They did everywhere now. Okay, one more, and let's rotate it. Up to the side, up and round, and down. How's that? We did the left leg, the right leg. Left leg, yeah. I just got up and didn't remember. Right, let's get these circles bigger. Four more. Don't put any pressure into your right forearm. A little bit more into your left arm. One more. And then drop it down for a moment. Both elbows now to the floor. You might want to stay here Or maybe if you do, just push yourself forward a little bit. Walk the elbows down, half plank, staying that right knee on the floor, and then we lift and we pulse that left foot up. So like on the other side, if you want full range, onto that right foot, up into full plank. Abs need to be fired up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Come on, put it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And drop the knees down. Walk your elbows in a little bit. Remove the left weight. Take the knees wide. Keep your forearms where they are, and slide your bottom back into your heels. So get your knees wider this time. Create that space. Allow your abdomen to fall in between your thighs. Allow that chest to sink down. Take some nice deep breaths and feel that out. Nice. All right. Free yourself. Bring yourself down into your right side. Elbow on your shoulder. Grab your weights, that should be at hand reach. Push yourself up. So having that weight down here allows you to kind of get that leverage. And then when you're ready, we pull that arm up to the sky. Squeeze it up and drop it all the way back down. So in an ideal world, it's a micro bend in the elbow, then the back do the rest of the work. If you do need to bend your elbow a little bit more, then fair enough, that's fine. If you want to do it with no weight, that's also fine. If you then want to take it up fully to your feet, have 5 more wherever you are. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Try and create more of an arch underneath your hips. Don't rush it. Come on, last 2. One more, big reach all the way up. And release it. Good. Lie yourself flat. Pull that left knee in towards your armpit. When you're ready, you can slide your hand the inside of that foot and then keep the leg up high to the sky. Just slip. So like we did on the other side, we're trying to open the leg behind us, pull the hip forward, straightening out that knee. Okay, we're going to bend the knee, pop that left foot down behind the right leg. Then you just straighten out that right leg. That's its starting point. Grab your weight if you want the weight. You can roll a little bit more into your right buttock if you wish. As you lift that leg up, the toes need to try. Imagine trying to externally rotate the hip, so the toes down. So the inner thigh goes straight up to the thigh. Sure, I had a light weight last time I did this. How much your body?
He keeps all the top.
Yeah, that was after, wasn't it? Before. Oh, I don't know.
You put more thigh in, that helps.
5 more. Stay up at the top of that last one. Give me some little pulses. A little practice. Extend the knees, toes down, leg a little bit higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and sit down. So whilst we're here, we'll just lie over onto our tummies. You're going to grab the weight, take it with both hands. So you're cupping the weight around the ends, palms facing in, feet wide again. I'm going to allow you to incorporate your legs to this one if you wish. Head up, chest up, and then I'll get rid of my weight. And then we lift the weight up away from the bottom and release it down. If you want to add the legs, we float the legs as well. Squeeze it as legs. Your choice. So the priority of this is opening out the front of the shoulders. Earlier on, we did that stretch that you didn't like, Lenny. This is a good build up to this exercise. Liking the raise from everyone here. Let's get these chests up a little bit more. If you want to challenge your legs a little bit more, squeeze them together at the top. So you're back into those inner thighs again. More thighage. Inner thighage.
Inner thigh.
Inner thighage. And let's squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top. Give me 4 more. Hold your last one. Up we go. Squeeze, lift, lift, hold it. 3, 2, and release it. Let the shoulders fall. Let your head turn the one way. Relax the heaviness into the floor. Head the other way. Now we're going to pick our hands, put our hands underneath our shoulders. Carefully again, transition up. Go back into that lovely cat stretch. Looking the hand in. Curving that spine. Scooping the tummy muscles in to flex a little bit more. Now we're going to do one more exercise before we stretch. Only because we start a few minutes later. We're going to take that same weight over to the outside edge of your mat. And all we're going to do, come up into a wide leg plank. And we're going to feed that one to the outside of that mat. Drop the hand. Grab that. Feed it across. And squat. So you end up doing one arm plank for a couple of seconds. You can do this on your knees, but actually you're all quite capable of doing it up on your toes. But as you all have a mirror right in front of you, have a look and see what your hips doing. You don't want them to be wobbly. You want to keep those hip bones pointing down. Yeah? Then your core has to work a little bit harder. What I'm going to come along and do is hold your hips. Start to move on. That's a great place to start. And if your hips wobbly around, drop your knees. Right, come in. Right to the outside of your mat. All the way to the outside. 8, 7, 6, lovely. Nice, Lenny. 5, drop your hips down a bit lower. 4, what's this? Get yourself down into a plank.
2.
There we go. Hold your planks. Feel free to drop to your elbows or stay where you are. That's absolutely fine. You've got 30-second plank holds. So you can maybe drop to your elbows after about 15 seconds. Got 20 seconds left. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it off. Once again, come up onto your hands. Give that one more little cat stretch there. And then I want you to slide your left knee into pigeon or seated hurdle. Relax down into that left buttock. Once you've found your stretch, you can then go a little bit deeper with the forearms. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Now I want you to slide your left arm to the right corner of your mat. And then sink into your left hip a little bit more. So you stretch down the left side of your lat, so down the side of the back. So then if you're here, reach a little bit further out to the right side and then bend further down into it if you can. Sit down into your left buttock when you're ready. Spin around, keep your right leg bent and come to that position. Take your right arm alongside the inside of the leg, open the arm, and then lift up into a side bend. With your side bend, I want you to make sure the arm's up here, they're straight, then put it into the head completely. Push your left hip down, and then if you want to go further, you can, but keep that arm in that same position. Then turn your chest underneath that arm and look up towards the sky. Now let the arm fall down. So because you've got your right leg bent, catch it with your left hand, bring that right arm out, and then forward fold into hamstring stretch. The dancing's done, the light is gone. Who cares where we go? We're rushing back in the flow. You giving up?
Well, I wasn't stretching any hamstrings, was I? I was pulling my. I just may as well stretch my hamstring rather than not.
Catch your leg a little bit higher. Then we'll sit down then. Okay, when you're ready, just roll it up. Turn your body back to the middle. And then just switch the legs over. Turn towards the leg. Bend the knee to start with. Catch it with the right hand. And then fold down to the hamstring. So you've got to make sure you're rotated and your right arm is your dominant arm. You're dropping your elbow lower, so your right shoulder's lower than your left shoulder. Gently release up when you're ready. Bend the left leg now. Get that arm inside. Open the arm. Before you side bend, lift the arm up, right in line with that ear. And then begin your side bend. And if you want more, the leg can go. You keep the arm where it is. And then you can turn your chest and eye gaze up underneath that arm. Pin your right hip into the floor. Take a few deep breaths in. And then when you're ready, release the arm. Then this left leg can spin around if it's seated hurdle all the way to pigeon. Adjust yourself until you feel that stretch in your right buttock. Once it's there, relax it down. Make sure you're not carrying the tension of the shoulders. You're leaning into them, it's like you said to relax into them. Now that right arm, stretch it out to the corner of the mat. Try and draw your right side of your chest down towards the floor. And just take a nice lat stretch. You feel nice. Release it back up, up into your hands. Tuck your toes and now lift your hips up with your feet, your hands out through your feet. And just relax forward for a moment. Let the spine be heavy. And you can begin to roll up in your own time, just slowly. And we always roll those shoulders to reset. So much more beneficial to a slow roll up the spine. It's like football, there's no pain. Up go. Okay, end of a big stretch up. Big overhead clap, ladies and gentlemen. Big bow forward. Thank you. Thanks. There you go. Thanks, guys, as always.